What's up, guys? Welcome to the Brave Exit. I'm gonna stop this right now because I forgot something. Anyways, we're just gonna go through it. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Welcome. My name's Taj. If this is your first time chatting in, thank you for searching. Make sure you follow the other episodes because they kind of make sense and tune with each other. But so I wanted to talk part 2 of the Gatlinburg trip because there was so much information and I'm probably rambling through it. So the part that we stopped, I believe, was when we got down to Gatlinburg, into the cabin. Nice, but we took 3 different vehicles down. It was myself, Savannah, and there was 2 other people. And then I had my nephews and 2 other people. And then it was Cody and his +1. Okay. So there was at least, first off, the only person I've ever traveled with anywhere overnight is Savannah. Okay. Savannah and I have probably been on so many road trips, so many trips together. I don't know how many times we've been to Vegas together, but we've done a lot of things together just because, like, she's an up and up person, likes to go and do things, and that's like my type of person. So whenever we get the chance to go somewhere, we're gonna go. She's adventurous just as I am. She does push the door a little bit, and makes me do things that I probably wouldn't do, like the heights thing. But she pushes the envelope to a good standpoint to get me out to do things. I'm living a little bit more of an active life. I mean, we did that hike together. I like to be out and about and do things, explore. Lindsay's the same thing. We've been on so many trips together. We've been on so many trips I can't even count on. But like Tony as well, he's somebody that I can't wait to go to Italy with and explore over there. He's somebody that I would travel with out of the country because, one, he knows how to do things when he goes out there. I'd be one to get stuck probably in a terminal and never leave, and then I'd be stuck through the whole trip. So yeah, you got to pick the right people to travel with, because if you're staying in the same place with them, riding with them, just remember it's a whole trip, okay? And you're stuck with people. And I guess that was my learning experience this trip. I've never had issues on other trips with anybody. We usually went down, did things together. If we wanted to save money and we were staying in the cabin and there's things to cook or eat, make sandwiches, like, we did that stuff, okay? You do not want to have drama when you go down on your trips together. It's horrendous. It can make your trip a living hell, I'm happy that there was no damage at the property, leaving with everything that went down, or even in my car. I got a new car in October and I love it. And if anything happened in the car, you have to think, if people damage your stuff when you're carpooling together, you might have to take them to court. And that's just extra stuff you just don't want. So I kept my peace as much as I did. A couple things I did on the way home, which, if you ask any of my friends that's rode with me in the car, I drive like an old man. I usually follow the speed limits. I rarely speed. I might tell on myself and, whatever, but I went 90 basically halfway up, and I swear I cut 2 hours in my trip. And I cut 2 hours in my trip, and it was because I sped. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you a little short part of the story of what happened. And I'm not going to say this person's name. I've kind of ended things completely. I mean, I took them off most of my social media. I didn't block them on my phone, more so to see if they'd ever reach out, but they never have. So it's coming to that point. I'm pretty sure once I start this new job, I'm going to be getting a new phone, probably comes with a new number, and start fresh, clean. So yeah, it's a lot. A lot happened in that short amount of time. So we went down there on Friday, and we left and came back on Monday. It was a fun ride down. It was a hell drive home. Okay, so we get down there Friday night, and it's such a blur. I don't really know what even happened. I think we went to the grocery store to get food, and it was kind of a fend for yourself kind of night. Then we were making plans for the next day. So we had a nice night on Friday night. It was great. Woke up the next day, asked everybody. Guests made me breakfast, which was nice. And I thought we were going to have a great day. They made me noodles, Filipino culture, noodles, long knife. They gave me top ramen, which I just laughed at 11 o'clock or whatever time I woke up in the morning. I think it was like 8, not 11. So had ramen noodles, had some breakfast, then we out ventured for the day. We ended up going to Alcatraz Museum that's in Pigeon Forge, and drove down there, did everything that we needed to down there, ended up coming back up, and I told everybody, let's meet for dinner, 6 o'clock, 6:30. We did a little walk a little bit up or down there in Pigeon Forge and did like the island and stuff. We ate at Dick's Last Resort, which was a couple people's first time, so they weren't expecting what they were expecting. We all got our hats. I think my hat said birthday gangbang sign-up sheet. One of the staff members signed it up, so that was a fun time. Apparently I was supposed to walk around and have other people sign it, but I wasn't getting up with that. My hat was it was literally longer than half my body. It's longer than everybody's hat. I don't know why. So Dick's Last Resort, went back, took a little breather. We had a group text going on between me and the other parties that were associated in my car. It said, hey, there's an Uber that's going to pick us up about 5 o'clock to take us down to Gatlinburg. So then we'd be down in the area for dinner, meet up at 6:30. So it's probably like 30 minutes before we're supposed to leave, and I still don't hear anything. So we're texting, and we're like, hey, our Uber is about to pick us up. Are you guys ready? And we get a whole different 50 Shades of Grey. What kind of message is this that I'm only getting so much time to be rushed to go out to dinner? I might not even go. And I was like, well, I told you, this was a text message on hand. And she's like, I feel some sort of way, yada, yada, yada. Ended up getting ready, getting in the vehicle. She's mumbling in her mouth saying, you shouldn't be rushed to go to a birthday dinner. And I'm like, okay, well, I ordered an Uber so I could have a couple drinks. And then, so this was the first time everybody kind of was at the table, because everybody was off doing their own thing. Me and Savannah kind of stick together, and we were just going to do things together because she was kind of my plus one during the trip. And everybody else had their counterpart. And I was like, whatever you want to do, let's do. And she's like, it's your birthday, let's do. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm pretty chill, okay? So we go down to Old Red, and, everybody's having a fun time. But everybody's there, and a lot of people don't know each other because this was one of the first times we were all hanging out. We're just going to name the person... Point A was talking to another person, point B. And it was like a third degree talk where it was like trying to egg this individual to speak up about things and talk. And I was just like, why are you talking? Like, why are we talking about this? Like, we're out here to have a good time, have some drinks, get to know each other, not like what you did in your past 6 months. Like, nobody cares. Like, let's just calm down. Well, anyways, the attention focus was no longer on individual A, and she felt some sort of way. So after we stopped talking to her and actually started focusing on person B, she felt some sort of way, and she decided to storm out off my dinner, okay, and go sit. And she's like, I'm done, I'm leaving. And she ended up leaving, okay. If you guys put 2 and 2, like, whoever was there and you know who this person is, keep the comments to yourself. But so she stormed out, and I had alcohol flush on my face. I had alcohol in my system. I was in the mood of checking my servers out, and I was like, I don't care where we are, I'm just looking at these servers, okay? But I did make a standpoint and be like, are you serious that you're blowing up, like, on my birthday? Like, this ain't even cool. I was like, I felt some sort of way, and I did say something. I was like, don't blow up and, like, make this a big scene. That's when she stormed off. She's like, I'm done, I'm gonna go back. And I was like, okay, bye. That's literally what I said. So sometime she went back. They ended up going to the hot tub, and we ended up coming back on I forget how we even got back. Person B drove us back, okay? And we're like toasted. We're drinking moonshine and eating mandarin. I think we had mandarin oranges and whatever other flavor we were drinking. I might even still have some here. But we were just having a good time, and we decided to play pool. And it was a fun time. Like, but remember, the pool table room is on the bottom floor. And also on bottom floor is person A and person B, but in 2 separate rooms. So we're down there playing pool. Person A's +1 is also downstairs watching TV, and she is sleeping. Well, we're down there slapping the pool balls, and literally slapping. I literally keep knocking them off onto the ground. And she opens her door and slams it, okay? Let me remind you, this place is in my name. So, like, my name's on this cabin for the weekend. If anything happens, it's going to come back to bite me in the ass, okay? So, remember who you bring on these trips. Slammed the door number 1. She's in there yelling for her partner's name, and eventually goes, because we're like, hey, I think you're getting called, and goes in there, opens the door, gets in there, kind of pivots the door a little bit. Savannah looks at me and I'm like, fuck it, like, fuck that, like, it's your birthday. And I'm like, okay. And she then slams the door again. And I'm just like, I think I need to go upstairs and eat something because I'm about to flip out. So, like, I'm about to go off. And I literally took that extra step and said, Tim, it's not worth it. Just go upstairs. So that's what I did. We ended up going upstairs and just talking to the nephews. I tell the nephews, because they had come home late, and they're like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure, like, my friendship is over. Like, it's done. Like, it's on the fence. So Saturday night was like, I was on the fence with my friendship, because I'm like, how can a grown woman older than you act like this? Okay. Saturday comes up. Wake up fresh, like, ready to go. Turn 40, yes, bro. Get a text. I was like, hey, do you want to go to Cherokee today? Like, it's an hour away. We get to drive up the Dragon's Tail. If you ever driven on that thing, amazing, beautiful. It's gorgeous. Just stupid children in their stupid cars that get in accidents. Go the speed limit. Like, don't speed. It's stupid. Anyways, no response. And then probably an hour later, I get, where are you trying to go today? And we're like, Cherokee. It's like a little town over the mountain. It takes about an hour to get there. There's a couple places we're going to stop. She then puts, my +1 wants to go, but I'm not going to go. And so I was like, okay, well, what time and she's like, what time do we want to get ready? And I'm like, as soon as you can. Like I said, it takes an hour to get there. It was like an hour and a half. We don't get any response. Oh, I did get his phone number, but that was it. Message, nothing. About 2 hours later, they come upstairs to eat, and I'm like, so are you going? And he's like, I'm not feeling well. I'm just going to stay here. We're just going to hang out today. And I was like, okay, that's cool. We jump in the car and escape. Because I was already mad. We wasted 2 hours that we could have been, whatever. Drive over to Cherokee. We wanted to eat at this coffee shop, but I feel bad every time you go in there. They literally have one worker in there, and it wasn't even worth staying. So we ended up going to the Cherokee Harrah's Casino, which Savannah and I both won like $200, I believe, in there each. So that was nice. We ate, we had street tacos over there at like Gordon Ramsay's little food court thing, which was cool. And then, we ended up coming back over and stopping we were trying to look for elk, by the way, which during the daytime it's a no-go. But, we stopped at Glyphman's Dome, and just an insider, like if you we go to Gatlinburg so much, but I don't think we ever hike. If you go to Gatlinburg and go to Pigeon Forge and go, or whatever, the national park, anything, parking, okay? Find the little box, and you have to pay for the ticket. I don't know if it's a daily pass. The only reason I'm saying this is because we went, climbed this mountain, climb back down, and there's literally a thing that says pay for parking, and I was like, bro, we never seen a sign to pay for parking. So it took us forever to get up there, and it took us quicker to get down because I was like, oh my god, like we didn't pay for parking. I'm gonna have a ticket, or my car is gonna get towed. There's a guy on TikTok, I can't think of his name. He tows people in Gatlinburg. Their drop fee you have to pay in cash, okay? If you're there during the holiday, it's more expensive. So just remember, like, if you go hiking anywhere, park on the side of the road. If you're in the National Forest, which majority of the time you are in the Smokies, as soon as you get there, pay for parking. Find wherever you need to go, get parking, put it in your window. Okay, I don't know how much it is. I can't tell you. All I know is I watch so many cars get towed. Don't be that person. Next time I'll know for next time when I go, because we definitely want to explore more. There's so many waterfalls there. It's crazy. Anyways, do the Cliffman show, come back, and then we're driving. Also, in that hour, there's no signal. You could record stuff, post it like on your Snapchat, but it won't load until you get to the bottom of the mountain. So as we're going down into Gatlinburg, back, it tells you to avoid the in-town because of all the cross traffic, people walking across the street. It was telling us to drive around the mountain. Savannah gets a phone call from person A. Hey, where are you? And we were like, we're just heading into town. Cool, can you pick me up? I can't get a ride for Lyft. They've charged me 4 times and I need a ride. And so I'm just like, oh God, I'm going to have to pick this girl up. Like, whatever. And we had plans to walk Gatlinburg and do like miniature golf and eat somewhere before we went, So I was like, why don't we just park? Are you okay if we just park and then we go do stuff? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, you'll have to call her back and tell her that we're going to go miniature golfing. And so call her back. Told her where we were going to be. Meet us there. We'll meet you there. I had to go to the bathroom. We went somewhere, paid for parking, I think right next to Anakista. I think it was like $20. Not too bad. So we go to the miniature golf place, meet them, and I'm like, ugh, I don't have the gut to even like talk to her. Like, I don't even know. So she's sitting down with her plus one, pissed off. I guess somebody called her and she's like, I'm so effing pissed right now. I just got charged 4 times from Lyft, and you know how the little things are pissing me off. And she looks directly at me, okay? I kid you not. I'm sober, by the way, at that time period. I wasn't drinking that day. And I literally turned around and I was like, Tim, bite your tongue, bro. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it at that point. So she talks to Savannah and she's like, what are y'all doing? And we're like, we're gonna go play miniature golf and then we're probably gonna have dinner. And she's like, where are you gonna eat at? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Probably a steakhouse. I really want steak. That's really what I want. And she's like, well, I don't want a miniature golf. So we're gonna head back to the house, get shower, and then come back down. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, whatever. You go do what you need to. Let's meet up at 8 o'clock for dinner. Or no, I didn't even get to that point yet. So we go to the miniature golf place. They're still sitting out there. And they had miniature golf on the hill, which we didn't do. We ended up doing a, what is that? Escape room. And the escape room is like made for, I think it was like 8 people, okay? The escape room that we did is made for 8 people. Savannah and I did it, okay? So it's like an old hillbilly moonshine recipe kind of gig. So it's kind of interactive. It's, you start in one room, you end up in a different room, but you get to open other doors and stuff like that. So it's really interactive, and I love that about escape rooms. I like the ones, too, that people get locked in somewhere, and you have to figure out codes to get out. Anyways, so we do the escape room. We ended up doing it in, we had 6 minutes left, I think. 2 of us, 6 minutes left. Guy was like, you guys are amazing. You did so well. You know, not a lot of people could figure this out, even in an 8-sitting group. And we were just like, damn, we smart. So anyways, we finished. Before we did this, we had messaged person A and was like, we're going to do this escape room, and then we can meet up for dinner. We told the person, we'll meet you at this place at 8 o'clock. She then messaged and said, message me when you're done, and then we'll get an Uber to get out to you. Now, anywhere you go in a tourist area, a lot of places don't stay open late. Like, they stay up 9 o'clock. Some of the bars, like, I think Pucker's made us stay open till maybe 11-ish. I'm not 100% sure. But your nice places with good food, it's not going to stay open that late. Especially, it was Sunday night. Sunday night anywhere, a lot of places, they close at 6 o'clock. Tourist towns, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I think they closed at 10. So we first initiated, meet us there at 8 o'clock. This was at 6:30. She messaged, let me know when you're done so I could just call, whatever. Whenever you get Uber or Lyft, if you're anywhere, maybe Vegas is a different story, but it usually takes 20 minutes for somebody, especially if you're driving that mountain. So, we get to the steakhouse, and then we message her that we're here at the steakhouse. Where are you at? We're sitting outside waiting for you. And she's like, you didn't message me when you were done? I see how it is. And made like a big, she's like, I just see that you guys have made your point and effed me over and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, but we told you to meet us at 8 o'clock. So the context is that I initiated a time for you to come down here. You should have met up with that time. I shouldn't have had to text you when we were done because I initiated a plan for you to be somewhere at a certain time. Simple as that. So that whole night on Sunday, she did not talk to either of us. The last thing, because we had to leave Monday morning, we were like, we didn't have to check out till 10, but I wanted to get out of that house as soon as we can so I could get her home because she was riding with me that whole 9 hours home. I almost paid somebody $1,000 to take her home. Like, it was that bad. Like I said, I sped home. We did stop at Buc-ee's. I got all my snacks because I was like, I ain't stopping unless somebody tells me they have to pee or if I have to pee. I don't want to eat anything. I just want to get home. And that's literally what I did. It was the longest, time frame. And if you've ever sat in my car with me, I usually play certain music that expresses my feelings. As soon as I got in the car, I loaded my Linkin Park up because Linkin Park is just a good vent music. And then I went straight into Eminem after that, and it was just enough that hate that I was purposely putting towards her. Icing on the cake on my end was that, I deleted everything that was done. But also, like, I feel like I was the grown-up in this situation because I could have said something, but I didn't. Right before I dropped her and her plus one off, I played In Sync Bye 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 in my car and sung it out loud. I looked at Savannah and she also sang it out loud. And it was more of a statement piece on my end. And I played a lot of other stuff like Don't Speak by No Doubt. And it was just me telling you, like, I'm done. Like, I don't care. Like, I literally threw 6 years away because you decided that you thought all the attention that you didn't get on the trip because of whatever, like, it shouldn't have been like that. And, like, I took, I guess, the toxic lifestyle that was approached with everything. And, like, I love this lady to death, but it just showed me the kind of person you were. And I can't believe that I put up with it as long as I did. I have to thank the individual for things that got me to where I was or got me to be the person I am, but also there are certain things that I hated. Like, I just felt like there was that pressure, and I just had to end it. And sometimes, like I said, in friendships, you could be friends with somebody for so long, and it just gets to a time frame that it's just too much. I'm happy that I had other friends there that backed me up on situations at hand. It just kind of let me know, like, who they are, and the bond that I built with them, because it was like a real world thing. It was me going into a house of everybody I knew, but everybody else didn't know everybody. They had their plus one, maybe a friend or two. There was people that didn't care for each other in that house, but they all made it work. And that's one thing that I could be really proud of, is to get a group of people that probably would never be friends to sit in a building together, because majority of the time they'll suck it up and just be there. But there are genuine people that can be friends with just about anybody. I feel like I could be friends with just about anybody, but your actions that you do outside and your lifestyle isn't always for everybody. So, like, I have loud, obnoxious people. I have secure, safe people. I have cocky people. The cocky situation, it's hard for me to really adapt that lifestyle. I tried. In the last couple of years, you could have probably seen me be cocky, but I didn't like that side of me. Like, I like to be truthful. I like to be honest. And I care about everybody and their situations at hand. But as soon as you give me some shade, I'm gonna throw it right back. I can't tolerate it anymore. It's not healthy for the mindset. Like I said, there's gonna be like stuff that pops up probably in my history of certain people, and I'm just gonna have to make sure that, Tim, you let it go for a reason. So, but yeah, so that was the drama end of the trip. All in all, Gatlinburg always have a special place in my heart. Can't wait to go again. Probably be next year. I do want to go out for 2 days just to refill on some things that I can't get here. But if you ever get a time to go, if you like to make your own food and your own living quarters, I recommend getting a cabin. Majority of the time, they're not that expensive. Like I said, I got a big one. There's a massive cabin that I really want to get. It's almost like a cabin mansion. It's like 20 people, I think, could fit in it. And it's like $4,400 for the whole 5-day stay. Who knows? Maybe I'll make some friends on here and we'll try an experiment together. Not those kind of experiments, but sometimes you meet lifelong friendships on a whim. So, keep tabs on that. Building bonds with new people that you meet either at work or just in public. I talk to people and some people look at me strangely, but I think that's like that customer aspect. Like I do like people, but yeah, I'll probably miss that with my new job. But that's everything. So, well, it's a little late here. You can't really tell. I mean, you can tell it's dark. But until next time, which will be soon, I do plan on potentially doing a foodie event tomorrow. I'll be with some of my friends, so be a change of scenery and whatever. But yeah, well, till then, have a good night. See ya.